Hey guys, Doyle again. Welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing, where today we have, that's right, a full case of the newest set releasing today, February 7th. Obviously at OTS, releases a couple days early compared to the normal public release. Happy to be sharing Phantom Nightmare today. This is an incredibly interesting and exciting set. Lots of great fire support, lots of great new metagame updates hidden within the set, lots of cool nods to old legacy archetypes and archetypes from the show, and definitely some cool stuff that I have a funny feeling we're going to be doing some interesting cooking and messing around with in the future. So we won't waste any more time. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into our first box of Phantom Nightmare. Let's go ahead and kick things off, starting out with box number 1. Very interested to see how this set goes for us today. As always, we are going to be setting aside a couple of boxes at the start for my partner to take a open and a look through here, but we will of course be doing a set summary at the end, as we always do. Some of the packs got a little mixed up there, but that's okay. Going as always, starting with 12 packs on the right side for box number 1. Let's go ahead and get into Phantom Nightmare. Pack number 1, White Sunfish, Dark Guardian. Ashen for Eternity is a common in this set, good to know. Nightmare Pain is our first super rare. That is for the new Doyle support. Lots of very funny named cards in this set. We got a new Mementolan Gaddick monster. There's a lot of different ways you could take that name. That's funny. But yeah, so that's how we're starting things off here. Obviously the new Doyle support, flagship monster on the set, and certainly going to be something that fans of the show will enjoy. I'm looking up for the Ashen stuff, so hopefully we're going to see lots of that today. Okay, so right off the bat, we have our first ultra rare. It is Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. I believe this card, along with, I think there may even be a couple more Raid Raptor support cards in the set. Raid Raptor is going to be insane. It's absolutely a crazy strategy. I actually heard from someone at Locals that you can FTK someone on turn 0, which is crazy sounding. So yeah, very interested to see those cards. Maybe worth picking up if you're interested in that strategy. Master of Ham, Geist Grinder Golem, Samsara D Lotus, more Doyle support. This is retrain, of course, of an old ban card in Samsara Lotus. Moko Moko, cute little guy. We got lots of new illusion support. Oh, and of course the Ultimate offering, very interesting. Some people might not like it. I think it's a funny translation of the card, kind of the spiritual successor, of course, to Ultimate Offering, which is a very banned card that I think has to stay banned unless it gets eroded. But yeah, anyway, on to the next pack. Oh, we actually have, so we have P6, Moonlit of the Goatee for our super rare new Goatee support. Happy to see that. And actually interested to see the new Goblin archetype as well. We have one of the commons, Goblin Biker Boom Mock in this. So we'll probably set that aside too, just because there's a lot of stuff to keep an eye out for in this set. One thing, and ironically it's an illusion monster, so it looks like you're keeping an eye out for it. One thing we won't care much about is the new Jongler Ghoul Illusionist, which for some reason they printed a vanilla 2K attack illusion monster. I don't know if they plan to make that part of something for illusions in the future or what, but I don't see it. I don't see it coming up very much. Another Ashen for Eternity right out of the gate. Mature Chronicle, Dark Element, and Raid Raptor Brave Strix. Okay, so they are in fact. There's multiple Raid Raptor and Raid Raptor Roost. Okay. There's a lot of new Raid Raptor support in this set, so definitely interested to see if that becomes competitive in the new metagame. Also, another common, interesting to see this one. I actually thought this was going to be an ultra rare. Goblin's Crazy Beast, one of the Xyz monsters for the archetype. I think technically a boss monster, just because it's big and should be pretty easy to summon in the deck, so very unique there. next pack. Ages of Stars and Frost. Xyz Force. Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. It's another thing we're setting aside and looking out for here too. And Barrier of the Voiceless Voice to go along with it. So, and another Raid Raptor support card. Wow. Okay, lots of things. Oh, and Radiance of the Voiceless Voice too. Okay, so we pretty much got, I think, most of the spell cards for the Voiceless Voice archetype there. Of course, a new archetype in this set, ritual focused, which was never really my preference, but I will say this one sounds pretty cool. A lot of retrains of old cards, and it just seems very powerful. Pretty hyped up. Lots of videos on it out there for sure, but let's get into the next pack here. Spirit of Doyle. Excellent. So not actually the flagship monster on the set, but I believe kind of the one of, if not the best support cards for it in Phantom Nightmare. So happy to see that. Happy to be seeing a lot of these cards because there's just so much to talk about in this set. Voiceless Voice is definitely one that we are going to be keeping an eye out for sure. Let's see what's in the next pack. Dramatic Snake Eye Chase. I actually think for sneak peeks, this card might be an ultra rare, which is interesting that it's a common normally. And Goblin Biker Grand Bash, or maybe this is the one that's the ultra rare. So that's our second ultra rare for this side. Very happy to see that. We're looking for all the Goblin stuff as well. We're looking for all of these things. Everything in this set is crazy. There's just too much to not set aside. Look at that. I'm opening a pack and I'm setting aside more than half of it just because I want to keep different things for different archetypes together. It's crazy how much interesting stuff is buried in here. On to our next pack here. We got Time Reload, Goblin Biker Grand Stampede, and Magispector Porcupine Yamarashi. I know there was a lot of people asking why Kieran isn't being moved off the ban list to help support these cards. I'm no Pendulum player, but from what I understand, that card is absolutely crazy, so I'm not surprised. But at the same time, if you want to push that archetype, you probably could unban it. Just limit it and keep it limited permanently. Another Goblin Biker Boomlock, and Walls of the Imperial Tomb, which is treated as King Sarcophagus. Some more Horus support cards, and this actually tutors Horus cards, or searches Horus cards, so that's great. Editor's note, I don't play Magic, I just watch too many Yu-Gi-Oh! Content creators who do play Magic and who use tutor. I normally do say search. Okay, so we're coming down to the last couple packs here. Snake Eye Dramatic Chase. And Magispector Orthus Nue is our first secret rare for today. And that actually looks really nice. I wasn't expecting this card to be a secret rare. That's quite interesting. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it looks great. The card looks great, and of course, as always, whenever we get our cases, we are looking for a playset of every card, so happy to see that, and looking forward to seeing more. Last pack, speaking of playsets, there's our playset of Ashen of Eternity, or Ashen for Eternity, excuse me, and Sunset Beat, which is a very interesting flip support card. Maybe the flip card player community, the people out there who play Prediction Princess can kind of weigh in on this, but I don't know how, even with all the cool new support stuff they've added, I don't know how great it is going to be. So, but I'm happy to be corrected, so let me know in the comments down below. With that, that's our first 12 packs. Interesting stuff so far. Let's go ahead and jump on into the next 12. And over to the next 12 packs on the left side. Let's jump in, start with pack number 1. Convertible, Prayers of the Voiceless Voice, Dark Element, another Magispector Porcupine Yamarashi. We will set aside the Prayers of the Voiceless Voice just because that's, we're gonna need 3 of those for sure. Procession of the T-Jar, this is a very strange card. Goblin Biker Grand Stampede, and our first Goblin Biker super rare, Goblin Biker Mean Merciless. That is a choice they've made for that name. Don't know how I feel about that. Oh, and there's our third Crazy Beast as well. I mean, interesting to see again more low rarity biker, Goblin Biker cards. So happy to have that. I think that archetype's very cool. It does a great job of spamming out rank 3 Xyzs and kind of making plays off of them. And our first ultra rare for this side is one I am incredibly happy to see, Skull Guardian, Protector of the Voiceless Voice. So this is basically the boss monster for Voiceless Voice. It becomes 4,100 attack on the field, and it is an Omni Negate. You just have to control low, which is the smaller monster on the field for it. So it's kind of like a protect, well, I mean, it's literally called Protector of the Voiceless Voice, and it does just that. It protects low on the field while it's there. So fantastic card. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing, no words of complaint for that. That's a great start to the left side here. Let's see what else we can find here. Another Samsara D Lotus. The next pack here, I think we're on pack number 5, if I'm counting correctly here. We have White Sardine, new fish support, new white support, white fish support. If you're, shout outs to the people who like fish and chips. If you're into codfish, haddock, tilapia, all those things. Next pack. Ooh, so our secret rare appears to be Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. I have to say, I do love the names of some of the Goblin Biker cards, and this is absolutely number 1 on the list. And Goblin's Crazy Beast right behind it, but we have our playset there, so we're good to go. But yeah, really nice. Interesting how, is it me or is this card smaller than other cards? Okay, no, it must be just the way that the border lined up on that. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, I love the way that card looks. This card looks great. So happy to have that. That's I'm pretty sure that's certainly a mandatory 1-of. I think you might actually play 2 on it because it's kind of the combo starter. It actually searches when it's summoned there. So very cool. Next super, Magispector Wind. Next pack here. Rise, Rank Up Magic, Raid Raptors Force. Holy alliteration, that's a lot of R's. Okay, but yeah, I mean, what can I say? The Raid Raptor support in this set is completely crazy. I'm looking forward to the combo videos of how that supposed FTK works, because it is it's an interesting concept of winning the game immediately on turn 1. And our last ultra rare for the left side, presumably, is Goblin Biker Doug Charger. So, I mean, this one looks good. This is one of the free special summon bodies, and it also searches the spell trap. So, probably the best main deck monster in the set. Not 100% sure for goblins, but probably. So, yeah, great combo there. We got Big Gabonga and Doug ready to go. Quick note on this one, the OCG localization for the TCG of that card is a little bit, I'll just say it was a little bit necessary. It was, I don't know if it was the translation wouldn't have carried over well. We'll just leave it at that. On to the next one. So we have Psychic Arsenal, which is part of new Psychic support cards that are in this as well. Don't know where these kind of came from. They kind of came out of nowhere, but apparently they might actually be pretty good. So don't know if we're bringing back Krebon's decks in 2024, but who knows? You may see them down at your locals. On to the 11th pack here. We have Raid Raptor Bloom Vulture. Wow, there's like almost 10 new Raid Raptor cards in this set, if not 10 already. That's crazy. And last pack, anything interesting on our last pack for box number 1? We have Master of Ham, which, by the way, I love the name of that card. Boom Mock, Ashen for Eternity, and Aroma Lilith Magnolia, part of the new Aroma support in this set as well. So that's everything for box number 1. I'm very excited at what we're seeing so far. Let's go ahead and jump on over to box number 2. And over to our next box, box number 2. Let's go ahead and jump in. So far, very interested and excited in what we've been able to grab so far. Certainly some Some notable standouts that we are waiting on to see, of course. So hopefully we'll see some of those in buffs too here. So let's get into it, starting out with 12 packs, of course, on the right side. Pack number 1. And right off the bat, we have a quarter-century secret rare Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. Okay, so very strong start. Let's go ahead and grab a sleeve for that one. Of course, very happy to see that. And I think I know somebody at my locals right away who would be very excited to have that, because they will be interested in playing the new Raid Raptor stuff. So that's an incredible pull. We absolutely no complaints here. That's a fantastic start to box number 2. Let's see what else we can find in here. And okay, wow, we are starting off very strong here on the second box. So quarter-century secret first pack, Priestess of the Ashen City in the second pack. So this is the main normal / special summon of the Ashen deck. Very interested in this card. The entire archetype works in a very cool and interesting way. I actually love the way they set up the lore. It's kind of a fusion between Dark Souls and the destruction of the island of Pompeii, which is quite an interesting choice for a crossover there, but it's on theme for sure. But very excited to see that. I love this card. It's an absolutely beautiful card too. Let's get into pack number 4 here. We have another P6. Pack number 5. One by Grand Stampede, a Nightmare Pain. Number 6. Keef, Merc of the Goatee. Okay, so there's actually 2 new Goatee super rares in this set, and they both look really cool actually. They're bonefish. Very neat. Very neat. One's an angler and one's like a deep sea goldfish almost. It's probably something a little more exotic than that. Probably yeah, I'm not great with tropical fish, I'll be honest. Over to the next pack, we have King of the Ashen City. Okay, so we have successfully found the Ashen box, which is absolutely what I am happy to see here. Go ahead and get into the next one, hoping for more of that. Next pack, we have EMP Meow Mine as our second ultra rare, which I am incredibly happy to see. That's actually one of the ones that I was really hoping we make sure we get a playset of today, because this is a very cool rank 2, link 2 extender card. It's almost built for Sprite, basically, that turns your link plays into even more disruptions than they already are. So very, very cool card to have there. Happy to have it, and you know, I'm a sucker for IP Masquerena art, so I'll take it where I can get it. Over to the next pack, I will say this has been a phenomenal start to box number 2 here. This is great. Oh, Goblin Biker, Clatter Sploder. Between Big Kabonga and Clatter Sploder, this is like quickly becoming the funniest archetype to play for sure. I love this stuff. This is great. Into pack number 10 here. Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. Excellent. Gonna need 3 of those. I'm pretty sure you actually do just straight up play 3 of that in Voiceless Voice as well. So very happy to see that. Pack number 11. Lo! Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. And wow, is that a nice looking card. That is gorgeous. Man, why did they always knock it out of the park with the card art on secrets for ritual archetypes? Between Diviner and now Lo, oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. That's fantastic. We'll definitely be sleeving that one up momentarily. Let's quickly get through our last pack here, pack number 12. I don't imagine if there's a surprise in this one, I will be very surprised. Okay, yeah, actually, it is a bit of a surprise. It's Soravis, Dragon Sage of the Voiceless Voice, which you do play in the Voiceless Voice deck. So let's quickly get low sleeved up here as well. This was fantastic, and we're only halfway through the box. This is easily the best opening so far, and there's a very strong chance this may be our best 12 packs today. So that's fantastic. Let's hop over and see what's in the next 12 packs in box number 2. And on to our next 12 packs for box number 2. Let's get in there and see what we see. Starting off, we have Obsidian, the Ashen City. We are going to need that. We have absolutely found the Ashen box here, and I could not be happier. I love this archetype. I think it plays very interestingly, and it's just really cool. Next pack. Wow. Box number 2. You're really coming in swinging with the stuff today. Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. So this card is arguably tied for, I would say, the biggest chase card in this set. Absolutely phenomenal extra deck monster that kicks fire decks into high gear in terms of their power and their disruptive capability and their grind game as well. Just an absolutely awesome card. If you're playing fire decks, you need this, and we are more than happy to see that in our second box. I'm honestly hoping to see a little bit more of her today, but I will absolutely be happy to see her here at 1. But excellent. And I do have the Fire King stuff, and bonfires. We're good to go with that, so we should be all set. Oh, another Spirit of Ubel. Some more legacy support there. The TV show. Any TV show fans, of course, sound off in the comments if that's something you're excited for in this set. Over to the next pack, we have Hero of the Ashen City to go with our Obsidian. We actually almost have everything now. We're just missing one specific card from all of the Ashen stuff, and maybe we'll see him. Emissary from the House of Wax. I know some of these illusion cards are pretty straightforward and not super playable, but I think the art on that card is really cool. Kind of reminds me of a cross between, I think there's it's almost like a cross between Litwick, the Pokemon, and Marshmallow, the dance music producer. Next pack, we have Terrors of the Afterroots, super rare. That actually looks really nice. Target one monster opponent's graveyard, summon it to your opponent's field, then banish one monster your opponent controls. And if your opponent has a banished monster, return one of them to the graveyard. So you just kind of shuffle everything around, very disruptive, messes with the field, messes with the banished pile. Used in the right situation, that card's probably a 2-for-1 actually in terms of disruption. I could see that card having some play in certain trap decks that can make a lot of use out of it. On to the next pack here, we have Goblin Biker Grand Bash again. So we actually have, those are like the main, this is a search. Oh no, it's our additional normal summon, which I mean, that's essential for goblins. So very happy to have that. Yeah, what a box this has been. This is swinging it right out of the park. Aroma Lilith Rosemary for our super rare there. If you are interested in the aroma stuff, they've got it here, and it all seems fairly, I would say, cheap or low rarity, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And there's our second Obsidian, the Ashen City, which you do need if you are playing it. The field spell actually cycles itself when it's destroyed and gives you a free draw and a free special summon. It's a absolutely awesome field spell card, no question about that. On to our next pack, which is our second to last, pack number 11. We have Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. Of course, the shout out to Diabellstar and Populous or Poplar lore on this one. So we got the Ashen cards, we got the Goblin cards, and we got Promethean Princess. This was a quarter century secret rare, Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. So absolutely no words of complaint here. Phenomenal box. This has got me super excited. Let's go ahead and see what's in box number 3. And over to box number 3, let's jump right into it. I think now we can start quickly moving through things here, because that was a standout performance from box number 2, and I imagine it'll be a tough act to follow for box number 3. So let's quickly jump in here and burn through these packs. Starting with pack number 1, we have Samsara Lotus. Pack number 2, we have Carnot the Eternal Machine, ultra rare. I'm not sure what this card is supposed to be used in. I saw it on the set list, and it's kind of just a big guy that you can usually summon in pretty much any situation, but it doesn't really, I don't know. It's kind of just again, it's kind of just a big guy. I mean, maybe if you need big, high level extenders, you've got a card for it. So 4 packs in here, nothing too crazy. Let's see what is in pack number 5. We have Nightmare Pain already. Pack number 6. Walls of the Imperial Tomb. Pack number 7. White Sardine. Number 8. Oh, Awakening of Vados. That is one of the cards we want to see. This is the best starter card for the Ashen archetype, and a phenomenal card. Puts a card in the field spell zone from deck, adds a card from deck to hand that can destroy it. It's a disruption, it's a setup for your play line. It's fantastic. It does lock you out of anything other than special summoning from the deck or extra deck, except Pyros, which is challenging to play around, but it's not impossible, and I have some ideas for how we're gonna get around that. Go to pack number 11, second last pack. We have Iron Thunder as our secret rare. A very interesting generic one. Some people are kind of touting this as a improvement to Solemn Judgment, because it's about the same kind of requirements. It's pay half your life points as the cost. But it's a Omni Negate for spell trap or monster effects on the field that negates, destroys, and destroys any other cards in the same column that are in the monster or spell trap zones, which is, I mean, that's huge. It's like a souped up version of Infinite Impermanence. So very cool one. Let's see what's on the other side of box number 3. Over to 12 packs on the left side. Let's jump in. Box number 3, starting things off, we have a King of the Ashen City. Happy to see that. Next, we have a Snake Eyes Poplar. So box number 2, we get the Princess, and box number 3, we get the Poplar. So this card was called Populous over in the LCG. Poplar is fine. It's just a reference to the fact that all the Snake Eye monsters are basically named after trees. But this card is, I mean, who knows what the value is going to be on this card, even as an ultra rare. It's going to be in every fire deck for the next many months at this point, for sure. So keep an eye out for that, because you'll be seeing a lot of this little guy. He's pretty cute. I don't blame him. They didn't quite hit the levels of Pikachu and Eevee on that one, but he is pretty cute. And our secret rare for the left side right away, Horus the Black Flame Deity. Another Horus monster, a boss monster for Horus, even though they're all pretty big and all kind of act as their own boss monsters in a way. But very cool, another Horus monster. I believe it's like another extender card for the archetype. Oh, and another hero as well. Yeah, this is very cool. I don't know if Pure Horus, and actually speaking of Pure decks, I don't know if Pure Ashen either is really going to be a thing, but I do love these engines that add so much to grind game and to, you know, spammability of monsters. I think Horus is a really cool engine design, so... On to the next pack, we have Saphira, Dragon Queen of the Voiceless Voice, and wow, that card is gorgeous. Look at that. That is fantastic. Excellent. So we have all of our foils from the looks of it for the left side. Got them pretty early. We still have 4 packs left over here. Let's see if there's any more surprises. Just Brave Strix there on the pack number 10. P6. I'm happy I managed to get the pronunciation for that one right, right off the bat, because there's a lot of very interesting names in the Goaty archetype. Pack number 11, we have Keith. And the last pack, pack number 12. Anything interesting in here? We have a Spirit of Yubel, just to round things off. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our last box for this episode, box number 4. And on to box number 4, let's go ahead and jump in. Again, our final box for today, but I have absolutely no complaints. This has been a phenomenal first opening for Phantom Nightmare. I can't wait to see what we have next, so let's jump into it. Starting 12 packs, as always, on the right side. So box number 4, kicking things off, we have Magispector Wind. Number 2. Psychic Processor as our first ultra rare. This card is really strong. It's a double special summon from hand, which normally special summons from hand aren't great, but in terms of getting extenders on the field for Psychic, Machine, Psychic, and Cyberse monsters, there's gotta be an application for that card. That card's scary from a combo perspective for sure. Our emissary from the House of Wax. To our next pack here, we have Terrors of the Afterroot. I gotta say, some of the names in this set, Convertible, are very... They went out of their way to get some giggles out of the names in this one. I appreciate that. It's nice to know that they're taking the localization seriously, but not too seriously. Oh, another Soravis. Excellent. I think we do only play that as a one-of in Voiceless Voice. Oh, by the way, petition to acronymize Voiceless Voice as VV, just for the sake of everybody trying to type it out online. I'd really appreciate that. We have a Rise Rank Up Magic Raid Raptors Force. Man, speaking of names, that one would take a lot of letters to have as an acronym. So, but Voiceless Voice, we can save a lot of time and effort by just calling it VV, guys. So let's make that one happen. On to the next pack here, and we have Magispector Draco Ryu as our ultra rare, our second ultra rare on the first side. I mean, Pendulum support, more special summons, Magispector. If you're into that, you know you love it. So very happy to have that here. Next pack, we have Walls of the Imperial Tomb. On the pack number 10 here, most of the way through, we have a Sunset Beat. I do like the card art on that card. I just don't know if I have a lot of faith in flip effect archetypes in 2024, especially in the Year of Fire, as they're calling it right now. So pack number 11, we have a Magispector Orthus Nue. Okay, to go along with our Ryu. Very cool. So we will take that last pack. Let's quickly get through it here. Probably not anything too crazy. It is just a Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. I think we already had our play set of that, but we're definitely good to go now. So let's hop over to our last 12 packs for today on the left side. And what a great start to our journey this has been. Let's not waste any time and get into our final 12 packs for today of Phantom Nightmare for box number 4. Kicking things off, we have another Magispector Porcupine Yamarashi. I think this is the Magispector box, so shout outs to Pendulum players out there. If you like Magispectors, this one was for you. Pack number 2, we do have the flagship box monster, Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever. What a really, I love the name of that card. I know the translation, the original card was in German, which I believe Yubel's lore is German language related. But that is, it's not keeping the one-to-one of the localization, but I think I like the translation. I think that's a really nice one. It's nice to have some cards that have a little bit of emotion behind them. So that one's really cool. And of course, it's a fantastic card. It's a wicked super poly target. It's Yubel and literally any effect monster on the field, and any number of them too. That card's phenomenal. Probably one of the highlight reasons of why you would play Yubel is this card right here. And the fact that the deck just searches super poly anyway, very, very strong disruption for sure. There's our third Obsidian. You know, we're happy to have that one for sure. In the pure deck, I think you play 3 of that card. In a engine scenario, I think you can get away with 2, probably. But we'll take 3 regardless. Next pack here, have another Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon. So including our quarter century secret rare, we were actually able to round out our playset of that in our first 4 boxes. That's pretty crazy. Fortunately, I do think that the I'm just looking for the ultra rares of that one. The quarter century secret rare, as cool as it is, I feel like that one might be a hot enough sell that we'll probably just go for the trade on that one. But very happy to have it. I mean, again, I'm interested to see how these FDKs and all this stuff works with the deck. And hey, maybe if it's cool enough and it's powerful enough, maybe we will give it a try in the future. So pack number 11, we have another Goblin Biker Big Gabonga to round things out for our secret rares today. Last pack, any surprises? It is a Raid Raptors Force quick play to go alongside our Raid Raptors. So this has been a great start. Really excited to see what we find in the next boxes. Of course, when we finish the next episode, we will go through and do a master set summary of what we pulled for the case. But for now, thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know if you like this video format, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more awesome content like this. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.